Good morning students. In this video I am explaining mechanism of action of barbiturates and benzodiazepines. In our brain, excitatory neurons and inhibitory neurons are presented. These excitatory neurons releases excitatory neurotransmitters. These glutamate, aspartate, nitric oxide, acetylcholine and norepinephrine. These are excitatory neurotransmitters. These excitatory neurotransmitters act as a ligand or agonist to bind and activate the cationic receptors and produces excitatory response in neurons. These coming to the inhibitory neurons. These inhibitory neurons releases inhibitory neurotransmitters GABA, glycine, serotonin, dopamine, acetylcholine and norepinephrine. These are inhibitory neurotransmitters. These inhibitory neurotransmitters act as a ligand or agonist to bind and activate the anionic channels and produces inhibitory response in neurons. GABA is major inhibitory neurotransmitter in our brain. GABA stands for gamma amino butyric acid. This amino group is attached to fourth carbon atom. That's why gamma amino. Okay, if this amino group is attached to third carbon atom, it is called beta amino. If this amino group is attached to second carbon atom, it is called alpha amino. This amino group is attached to fourth carbon atom. That's why it is gamma amino. It containing 4 carbon atom. That's why butyric. It containing carboxyl group. That way it is acid. Gamma amino butyric acid. At physiological pH 7.45, GABA loses its proton and converted to gamma amino butyrate. It is a conjugate base. This carboxyl group is containing one hydrogen atom. This hydrogen atom is losses in the form of proton. Okay, this GABA is converted into gamma amino butyrate at physiological pH 7.45. GABA receptors are 3 types: GABA A receptor, GABA B receptor and GABA C receptor. These GABA A receptor, GABA C receptors are ligand gated chloride channels, but this GABA B receptor is G protein coupled receptors. This GABA B receptor is coupled with G inhibitory protein. Okay, barbiturates and benzodiazepines are positive allosteric modulators. This GABA A receptor is sensitive to benzodiazepines and barbiturates, but GABA B and GABA C receptor is not sensitive to barbiturates and benzodiazepines. That's why these barbiturates and benzodiazepines shows pharmacological activity by binding to a GABA A receptor only. Okay, barbiturates and benzodiazepines are positive allosteric modulators. These drugs bind to receptor and allosterically change the conformation of GABA A receptor binding sites, and it leads to the increases the affinity and ability of GABA to bind and activate the GABA A receptor. Structure of GABA A receptor. Front view of GABA A receptor. It is the top view of GABA A receptor. Okay, it is the structure of GABA A receptor. It is front view of GABA A receptor. GABA A receptors are ligand gated chloride channels. They allow only chloride ions only. They are selective anionic receptors. They selectively allowed these chloride ions only. Okay, this GABA A receptor is pentamer. Pentamer means what? It containing 5 subunits, 2 alpha subunits, 2 beta subunit and 1 gamma subunit. GABA A receptors are pentamers. They contain, why they are pentamers? They containing 5 subunits, 2 alpha subunits, 2 beta subunits and 1 gamma subunit. They allowed only chloride ions. They are selective anion receptors. Okay, coming to the top view of GABA A receptors. GABA A receptors are containing 5 subunits, 2 alpha subunits, 2 beta subunits and 1 gamma subunit. See here, each subunit are containing 4 transmembrane domains. These are 4 transmembrane domains: M1, M2, M3 and M4. So each subunit containing 4 transmembrane domains. Alpha containing 4 transmembrane domains, beta containing 4 transmembrane domains and gamma and these beta domains also containing 4 transmembrane domains. Okay, coming to the binding sites. GABA have 2 binding sites in GABA A receptors. These are GABA binding sites. These are GABA binding sites presented between alpha and beta subunits. Barbiturates and benzodiazepines are binded to GABA receptors at different sites between alpha and gamma subunits. Okay, these four transmembrane domains are embedded in the plasma membrane. These are four transmembrane domains. Okay, these four transmembrane domains are embedded in this plasma membrane. The N-terminal and C-terminal is presented as extracellular fluid. Okay, these N-terminal and C-terminal is presented at extracellular fluid. These receptors are cis-loop receptors. Okay, these receptors are cis-loop receptors. These loop is held together by disulfide bond between two cysteine molecules. That's why it is called cis-loop. This bond is disulfide bond. Okay, this disulfide bond is formed between two cysteine molecules. That's why it is a cis-loop receptor. Cis-loop receptors are nicotinic acetylcholine receptor, GABA A receptors, 5-HT3 receptors, glycine receptor. Okay, in this slide I am explaining how this cis-loop is formed. See here, it is a polypeptide. Okay, this loop is held together by this disulfide bond between two cysteine molecules. These are two cysteine molecules. These two cysteine molecules are held together by this disulfide bond. Okay, between these two cysteine molecules, 13 amino acids are presented. GABA A receptors are 5 types. It is first type. It containing 2 alpha 1 subunits, 2 beta 2 subunit and 1 gamma 2 subunit. It is most important GABA A receptor. It is found in CNS. It is second type of GABA A receptor. It having 2 alpha 2 subunits, 2 beta 3 subunit and 1 gamma 2 subunit. It is third type of GABA A receptor. It having 2 alpha 3 subunits, 2 beta 1 subunits and 1 gamma 2 subunit. It is fourth type of GABA A receptor. It having 2 alpha 3 subunits, 2 beta 2 subunits and 1 gamma 2 subunit. It is a fifth type of GABA A receptor. It having 2 alpha 3 subunits, 2 beta 3 subunits and 1 gamma 2 subunit.